What is up, guys? My name is Andrew and welcome back to Space Engineers Let's Play. This is episode number 11 and please forgive me if I sound a little bit weird. I think I'm a bit sick today. Not sure what it is. Some weird flu thing, which is funny because I actually did get my flu shot. So, but very recently, and they said I could get the flu within 2 weeks. So hopefully I don't have the flu, but we'll see. All that's to say I might sound a little bit weird and sorry about that. But today I want to do a couple of things. So last episode we made the mini missile towards the end and we actually fired that off to attack whatever was over there somewhere. But unfortunately we ran out of range because this thing couldn't go far enough. So one of the comments that came in told me that I should probably make a couple relay stations around the area. All that's required is that the antennas need to see each other. I don't know if that's physically or range wise, even if it goes through the ground, but they need to be able to see each other. And we can make sort of a relay going from place to place. So if we have one right here, one like over there somewhere, one over there somewhere, one over there, one over there, and then also like one as a satellite up there, we should be good because our missile will be able to fly anywhere kind of within that range as long as it's close by. So I do kind of want to do that in this episode. We'll see if we can. I got another script and I want to try it out. It's a different one from Izzy's. So we're going to run this in here. It's the, what's it called? Power Manager or something? We'll see it in a second. Browse scripts. Automatic LCDs too. No, power graphs. It's power graphs. So we're gonna try out the power graphs script and see if we can get this thing set up. I haven't actually taken a look at this, so hopefully it's as easy to use as Izzy's was, and it should allow us to do certain things. So LCD name tag, okay, shown in the settings. Any LCD. Okay. Available graph types are usage, battery, solar, reactor, stored oxygen, and stored hydrogen. I'm probably going to use all of these, honestly. These are all really good graphs to have. Oh, if I sniffle a lot, I'm sorry, because I have, like, weird sickness stuff, which is annoying. Okay, so the text LCDs must have power graph there. And if they be used, we don't really want any triggers, that's fine. So I think we just need power graph in it, and it should work fine. Let's go and set that up, and hopefully it'll work. Okay, so we're going to set this one up right here. Oops, press K on it so we can rename it. We're going to call it Power Graph 1, and that should be good, and it should tell us what we need to do afterwards. Config error, invalid graph types in custom D. No, LCDs may take a few seconds to update after changes. Okay, well, let me go back into the script. Apparently, we did something wrong. So let's go and edit. And see what we need to do. So we have power graph. How often it's collected. How often LCDs are redrawn. 10 seconds, okay. Okay, that's fine. Everything looks fine so far. Yeah. Should the power and gas of connected small grids be read? No. Should of large grids be read? I wonder if this one should be true rather. No, I guess that's fine as well. So we shouldn't read like big ships or small ships if it's actually connected. Measure stored gas. Yeah, we probably want that because I think we're going to be using it. So true. Oops. There we go. True. Set true to make full use of wide LCDs. We'll use more memory and performance. That's fine. I think that'll be okay. Displays will use the fallest small size. Okay. No, I think that's going to be fine. Anything else that we need to set up, or is this should be good? I do not know. It's all code. I don't think we probably shouldn't need to see the code, but I'll run it and we'll see. It says tracking one LCD. Config error, invalid graph types in custom. What do I need to change the font size? In custom data. Okay, custom data then. So we need to go and find that area where it says custom data. Custom data, where are you? Can I do Control F? No, it doesn't support it. These are graph types. Well, let's look for custom data. And it'd be really weird if I actually need to edit the script. I feel like that would be a problem. Oh, I'm dumb. It said it said in custom data. Right, I know where custom data is. That would be this right here. So I probably need to put I put or. That's why. So or I had this put because this was from the other the other one. So if I put nothing, it should update in 10 seconds, and we should be able to hopefully see some instructions on here that will tell us what to do. I'm pretty sure we just need to put usage or something in there, but it did say it redraws every 10 seconds, so we'll let it wait those 10 seconds, and then it should redraw, although it's not redrawing. So let's let's hop back in here, custom data. We're gonna put usage in there and see if that changes anything. Let's also do this one as well. So let's go into custom data, make sure there's nothing in there. Then we'll go in here. We will make sure we'll change we don't really care about the title, but we're going to change this right here to paragraph 2. And then hopefully that'll show us some stuff. All right, there we go. So this one is showing the power usage for some reason, whereas this one right here is not showing anything, which is a little bit weird. Oh, this is cycling. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I don't know why this one is not doing anything. It seems like it's having a weird time there. Where did I put in the custom data? I put usage, so it should be showing usage. This one is just going to cycle through everything. So if I press K and go to custom data and put usage, it should only show usage. Let's see. Showing reactor right now. Power usage. There we go. So it's showing usage now. Let's see if it swaps to anything else. If it doesn't swap, it should be good. Usage. Yeah, I think it's going to be fine. So here, I don't know what I want to put. I wanted usage to be up here, but this one's being a little bit odd. So let's go and do this. We'll change this to nothing. Let's go back in here, add back that this thing right here, and yeah, there we go. Okay, now it's working. So we've got our power usage graph right there. We want to add a solar graph down here, so let's change this one to solar and see if that swaps to solar eventually, and then that should be good. And I might want to add a couple more graphs as well. I know we had a hydrogen and a oxygen one. So what were those called actually? Let me check this, because it shows you them in right here. It shows you stored oxygen and stored hydrogen. Battery power. Ooh, I might want a battery power one actually. I don't really care about solar. Here's why. So solar is always going to be the same input, pretty much, and it doesn't actually tell us how much it is, I don't think. Oh, it does tell us how much is generated. Okay, so I guess we want a battery one then as well. So right here, maybe we'll put a battery one. Paragraph 3, we're going to call this one battery. Okay, that should be showing us that's showing us our power usage. What was it? Maybe it wasn't battery. Custom data. Oops, not custom data. Edit rather. Battery, yeah. And what was the other one actually? Battery reactor. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we have battery charge. Let's make this one the reactor one then. Paragraph 4. We're going to give it custom data of reactor. There we go. Okay, so we should have main power usage, which is telling us exactly how much power we're using. Then we'll have our battery charge, which will tell us if it's going down or up. We'll have our solar output, which is going to be telling us how much we're getting from the solar panels. We do plan on adding in Izzy's solar alignment script eventually, so hopefully that'll bump this up a little bit. And then finally we have our reactor output, which should mimic this. I don't know, maybe. And we're going to want to add a couple more of these things as well. Up there, maybe? I want to add one for the, what's it called? Oh, what's it called? The oxygen and hydrogen storage. I think that'd be really good. So we'll add them up here, and then we'll also mirror them down there as well. We're kind of out of space here unless we add another row. I mean, I guess we could. That wouldn't be that bad. Put them on the ground as well. We could add them to the side here, but I think we're getting a little bit too wide there. What if we do this? I was going to say... I don't know. Okay, so we could take this... Excuse me, my nose. My nose is doing nose things. Oh, here's what we're going to do. Okay. It's going to look a little weird at first, but hopefully it looks really cool. A little bit of lag. There we go. Get some LCDs in here. Wherever they are. think we probably removed them. LCD. This is just a standard LCD panel. There we go, and there we go. Awesome. Oh, you know what? I should have used just the bigger LCD panels for this. Oh, man. Well, someone gave us a really good idea on another control room idea that we could do, and it was actually, it's like a control tower that you would see at an airport. So if we add like another control room, we'll do that. We'll have bigger LCDs and that sort of thing. But what we want here is we want to make another power graph. Oops, I took off my helmet for some reason. Why would I do that? We're going to do power graph 5. Custom data, oxygen stored, was it? In camo case? Oxygen stored. And then we'll do power graph 6 as well over here, which is going to be hydrogen stored. Power graph 6, custom data, hydrogen stored. Awesome. Let's make sure these are the right ones. Configure invalid graph type. Maybe I got it wrong. It might be stored oxygen and stored hydrogen. I might have just misread. Yeah, stored oxygen and stored hydrogen, but in camo case. So. Okay, custom data. Stored oxygen. Okay, let's go ahead and remove the text as well. I don't know if that actually matters, but we'll remove it anyway, just to see if it fixes itself. And then over here we'll do the same thing. So okay, paragraph 6 is going to have stored hydrogen. Invalid type. Invalid type. Wait, let me check. Okay. Let's do this. We're going to change this. Then we're going to remove this like we did for the other one. This is really annoying, by the way. It's really bad at actually getting everything when you highlight over it. Finally add back this thing. There we go. Stored oxygen is being kept right there. Then also, let's press K on this one. We'll do the same thing. So remove this one right here. Go back to custom data doesn't matter. Go back to edit text. Remove everything, which is going to be annoying again. Go back here. Add back that bracket, and that should bring it back. So we have stored hydrogen right there and stored oxygen right there, which makes sense. It's 0 and 0. We don't actually have any stored hydrogen or stored oxygen, but I do like this area. We can see a lot of stuff, so we can immediately see how many ingots we have right here, which is really good. We can immediately see how many ores we have right here. We can immediately see how many whatever these are components we have right here. Components and other stuff, and then we can immediately see how much power we've been using, plus how much we've been storing, plus how much we've been using from these, or how much have been input from these two sources. So ideally, our solar would account for every input, and then this would only come on when the solar is off. But it might not work that way until we have more solar stuff right there. All right, this is looking pretty great. I do want to start on something new now, because I think we're gonna let this sit, let this collect some data so that eventually we have other stuff. What we could do, here's what we'll do. This might increase performance usage actually, but we'll increase the polling time, which I think they have a setting for. Yeah, update interval in. We'll increase the polling time to 15 seconds, or decrease the polling time rather. So that's how long it collects the information, or how often it collects the information. So we should see more updates to this graph more often, which is definitely better. Now, we could theoretically have that at 1 second, but it's probably going to start using a lot more memory. But we'll try it. Let's see. Let's see what happens. We'll set this to 1 second. Oh, God. Okay. Memory usage. Let's see. Oh, we had a little bit of lag there for a second. No, it looks... It's not actually updating, though, that often, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Okay, it's definitely updating a lot more often. But you know what it's doing is it's drawing those every 10 seconds, I think. So what we need to do is we need to hop back into edit. And if we're going to have that set to 1 second, we're going to want the LCD refresh to also be 1 second. And this is also going to screw with some memory a little bit. So we're not going to keep it like this. But yeah, you can definitely see that it's, if we have it like this, you can see the graph actually moving. What we're probably going to do is we're probably going to have this set to 5 seconds or something like that. That might be a better way to have this set. So let's do 5 second checks and then 5 second updates. So every 5 seconds it's going to check, and then every 5 seconds it's also going to update the graph. So you'll see this graph is updating, waiting 5 seconds, and then it's going to update again right there. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll kind of see a more accurate representation of how our power is being used down to the 5-second intervals. So if you're using this kind of script and you want to have that set to that, you can go over there and change those numbers how you will. All right, next thing we're going to do is get some oxygen, because that I think is going to be a great idea for us to not die. And we can't actually get oxygen yet over here, can we? Because first of all, we haven't even hooked this up. Well, let's do that right now, actually. Let's hook this up. So I want to hook it up from the back right here. Do we have a turning piece? Yes. Turning piece, and then another turning piece to turn downward. There we go. Nanites are going to go ahead and finish that stuff. And once they do, we should be able to get this. Well, we need some ice. So we're going to need to go and probably collect some ice. But for now, what we can do is we can hop in here. And you know, do we have ice in here? Do we have raw ice in here? No, I didn't think so. Well, let's grab an oxygen bottle then. We'll throw those ones in there and they should be grabbed. So ox. Yep. Thank you very much. Now we should be good on oxygen for a while. Now the next thing I want to do is something one of you guys suggested as well, and it's going to be a welder pit, sort of. It's going to be a place where I can mass produce vehicles like that little mini missile that I had. I'll be able to mass produce that so that I can make like 5 or 6 of them in a span of 10 seconds and that sort of thing. So what I want to do is get to work on that, and the way I want to have that set up is I want to have a rover, which will be our second rover that we have in here. And essentially the rover will have on the front of it, or on the top of it or something, it'll have a projector. And then it'll project a small ship, and the rover will then drive through the welders. And the welders are going to create the small ship. Now the welders themselves are going to be on a piston, so they can be moved forward or backward, depending on what the need or how big the ship is and what's needed for it. So I do want this to be accessible by our rover. So I think, Sniffles. I think we're going to build it over here off to the side. Sniffles. Always fun. We're going to build it over here. Just make sure it's connected to our same grid as well. So we'll bring this all the way back as well. This will be kind of a support thing so that it doesn't get disconnected from the grid. So this right here is probably going to be a good place for our pit. It will be a pit. And I'm probably going to smooth out the ground as well a little bit. So here will be the pit. Yep, that's looking pretty good. And how big is it going to be? I don't know how big we want it to be, but let's see. This will be the ground level. So ground will be roughly right here. And we'll smooth it out so that the whole thing is ground level as well. And then we'll have a constant ground level going. But how big do we want it to be? Probably a couple of these. Let's see. Well, let's do the first side, and then we can work on how big we want this to be. So the first piston we're going to throw right there. More sniffles. Always the sniffles. Always the sniffles when I'm sick. So we're going to go for a piston. And we're going to throw it right here. And in fact, let's change this piece real quick. Since that's going to be our first one, we're going to go ahead and put a standard conveyor piece right there so that we can put our piston. And actually, you know what I want to do? I want to do this. Sniffles. I'm sorry. I don't want to be sniffling during episodes, but I wanted to record one for today, and I just happened to wake up, like, dying. So, whatever. What are you going to do, right? Okay, so that should go right there, and that should go right there. Now, does that have a conveyor piece on the front of it? I'm not sure if it does. I think it does. Whoa. What the heck? Why is my hand looking so weird? Hang on. Am I just facing a weird way? There we go. I think that's more accurate. Yes, so it does have a thing on it. It's upside down. What the heck? So this is down here. Hang on. There we go. That's looking good. Why is this one... Why was that so weird? That was really weird. Okay, well, let's, maybe it's because I was, like, real close to it and it was pointing it up. I don't know. Let's break this and tilt it the right way up just because it's going to bother somebody. Oh, no! Well, the nanites are going to collect that, so it's not too bad of a thing. Flip, flip. And place. And place. Awesome. It's going to be like that. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side as well, so no worries. Let's go ahead and grab the welder piece as well. Do we have that as number 2, or do we have a miner? Yeah, we have a miner. Welder. The automatic welder. This is one thing that I've always wanted to do, to have an automatic welding station. We're going to have it like that. Let's have it like that. It'll look cooler. Okay, so we'll have those. Let's see how many blocks that takes up. 1, 2, 3, 4 minimum. That takes up 4 minimum blocks. And I think it can go a maximum of 5. So we can actually weld. It can go in a little bit as well. So let's keep that in mind. We'll grab that eventually. Now we're also going to want to have, let's see, the ship will be able to go in there. How much clearance do we want to have? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. And then we want to have the 1, 2, 3. Oh my god, we're out of space. So hang on. How many blocks do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. So then we have 1, 2, 3 blocks of welding. And then 1, 2, 3, and then 1 more is what we need. So let's go down a little bit. Stick into there. I should really turn off these little particle effects. These are annoying. These little pieces. Because I can't build in that area until they're gone. Do you guys know how to turn that off? Is it in my settings or is it in the actual world settings? Oops, there we go. Okay. So let me double check those numbering again because I think I may have messed up. So 1, 2, 3 of welding space, 1, 2, 3, 4 of that, and then we need the wall. So the wall will be right here. And I don't know how far it's going, but roughly over here. Yep. Okay. Let's build this side of the wall as well. We need a thing right there and there. It's going to be so cool. I think it's going to be so cool. I don't know. Conveyor and conveyor. We have our energy low, but that should be fine for now. Let's go and grab these things. And I think we need to turn it around. There we go. Should still be the right way up. Put those there. And then finally we need to grab our welding pieces, which we shall put right here. And right there. Awesome. So that should be pretty good. And they should be able to get in closer as well. So this will be the roughly the size of a small ship. So here's the question. Do I want to make this a little bit bigger? I think I probably want to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah. Even though it's going to be annoying because these guys are already... Let me go and deposit some materials so I don't have a full inventory of stuff. Let's go and deposit into... What we really need is like a place we can just throw stuff instead of having to go all the way inside the base. Okay, so we want to move this wall right here back, I'd say 1, just because as small ships go, most small ships will be able to fit through here, but maybe some larger ones would require 1 more block, so I do want to give this 1 more block clearance. So let's go and do that. There we go. We just need to break all this stuff. And I'm sure that our nanobots can do this for us if we wanted them to, but I think it'll be fine. There's my inventory full. That's why I went and cleared up some inventory space so I wouldn't have that happen, but I guess there's a lot of blocks worth of stuff here. Okay, so we need to go 1 more. Let's go ahead and do this again. What was it set on? Oh, I guess it was on that one. Okay, so 5. Why are you... Oh, I thought you were floating. That was weird. Come on, little blocks. Go away. Come on. There we go. Okay, so we're going to have the wall right here. And I'll go and pick up those blocks in a second, if that's bothering anybody. Yep, put that right there. 1 more maybe. Okay, now let's do exactly what we did before. Those are floating, which is a little weird. There's 1. There's the other. And in fact, here's what I'll do. I'll just use a couple steel plates so that I can grab the other stuff. All right, let's place these things as well. 1, 2. Well, I need interior. Did I just what? Where's all my interior plates? There they are. Just grab those ones. That's fine. Okay, so next I need to build the thing, the piston. Here's that. Here's the other one. Let's place all the stuff that we need for this so that we can get rid of some of our inventory space. And finally, let's go and grab some of this stuff so that we can not have it on the ground. See, now doesn't that look better? Ooh, an enemy. What is that? A mining hauler. Doesn't that look... Can we actually see it? Oh, hey, I can see it. That's big. Wow, that's 10 kilometers away, and I can see it clear as day, almost. See it? Right there. That's huge. But that's what she said. Sorry, family friendly. Right, so yeah, so doesn't that look better? It's got more clearance, and I don't know how big these things can get, but I think definitely having more clearance is the way to go. We're probably going to mimic this on top as well in case we want to create any larger ships than the standard. Oh my god. Why? Why do I have to sniffle so much? Alright, while I fight the sniffles, please enjoy this montage of me clearing this area of stone. Alright, welcome back. We've done a little bit of work here, a lot of editing in this episode just because I've been very, very sniffly and I don't want to actually be talking that much while I'm being sick. But yeah, we got most of this kind of filled out. I did expand this a little bit more so that it looks a bit smoother, so the Bubby Mobile kind of thing can kind of roll out here, and if it wants to actually go out there, it can go out there, and if it doesn't, it can actually just turn this way and go in there. Now, the idea for this is that there's going to be a rover here that's going to have that projector on it. As far as the rover goes, it'll be able to get out of here, so it'll be able to go straight and leave if it wants to, but mostly it's going to be confined to this area, so its main job will be to like kind of roll over here and weld that sort of thing. So we've turned off the nanites for now. Let's go and turn them back on, or well, let's at least check our power, because I think we might be well, the reason we turned them off in the first place was because we were a bit low on power, but you see our batteries are looking pretty good. We have plenty of power in here in our reactors, and we can definitely check on our in our control panel to see how things are going. So let's run up this way over to see everything. Let's see. Okay, so our battery power, look, you can see it going up like that. That's definitely good that it's up there. When it's down there, that's the time to worry. Our reactor output has been off and on here as we've had to use power to recharge those batteries. Let's see about this stuff. Our power usage has been off and on as well. And then our solar, we're not currently getting any solar power. So I think since we have a lot of stuff, let's turn on the nanites. Real quick, let me check. Do we still have uranium? We still have a little bit of uranium ingots. Oh, 50. That's a lot, actually. Do we have any uranium ore, rather? No, we don't have any uranium ore, but we do have some uranium ingots. So we'll keep that. 50 is pretty good. We should be able to turn on the nanites for at least a little bit with 50 in the bank. So the nanites will help us out a little bit. And there are a couple of other things I want to show you as well. So let's real quick turn on the nanites, let them start building, and then I'll go and show you what else I've been doing. So we've done that stuff over there. We're gonna let that start to build, and hopefully they'll be able to build everything because we do have a lot of iron. So you can already see they're going in right there. What is that, by the way? Military escort. Oh, PTSD. That's what I have after watching those military escorts. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna go to is this over here. Now I've noticed that these things are getting iron for us whenever they mine, but that's all they're getting, and I want them to start getting uranium. Luckily, there's uranium pretty much right under this. Well, not right under, but you'll see. So I go all the way this way, and then over this way we'll find some uranium, kind of in that general direction. It's all the way over there. You can see I dug down to it. So I want to stick one of those little hammers, one of those ultrasonic hammers down there to see if I can get that. So let me search nanite, and we've got the ultrasonic ore locator. So we're going to use that. I'm probably going to need to use an area beacon as well. We don't need one of these, but we'll probably need an area beacon to expand the area that they can actually go. So we'll place one of these as well. But first we're going to place the ore thing, and I don't think it's got to be touching the ground, so I kind of want to place... That's the beacon. Hang on. Number 6. I kind of want to put... Does that have to be touching the ground? It does have to be touching the ground, so it can't be directly on top of something like this. Well, let's put it right there, and it should be able to pound the ground right there and search for stuff. And they'll build it. I'm not going to build it. I'm going to let them do that. So let's let that stay over there. We're going to grab ourselves an area beacon, and we're going to place it up here next to this one right here. So we should be able to use anything that's in this area as well. So number 7 here, this will be the area beacon. We're going to throw that right there. That is increasing. It's this area right here. Huh. So the area beacon, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe this acts as an area beacon because you can see they're coming here and then going down there to grab the ore. So maybe this thing also acts as an area beacon. It just doesn't tell me if it does or not. I mean, it's got radio components, so that's kind of an indicator that it might, since this one also requires components. I think we're gonna break this down. Let's not use it, and then if we see that they've built it and they haven't yet found the other stuff, then we'll use the area. Well, we'll give it some time, and if they're not using it by next episode, then we will add the area beacon. So remind me next episode to add the area beacon. Every time I say remind me, I kind of give myself a chuckle, because how are you going to remind me? When I go to record, you're just going to like message me on Discord, say, Andrew, remember to do this. Okay, piston, awesome. I mean, they are building, so that's good. Should we start work on the rover? I think we should probably try and complete the rover by this episode as well. So let's see if we can do that. We're going to build the rover over here. And we're going to start with some small blocks. Rover. I guess we'll start with the landing gear. There it is. Start with the landing gear, just so that it's attached to the ground, and we'll build it up a little bit as well, so that we can see under it. Now this is going to be... I need this to be kind of a big craft. It's got to be low to the ground, so definitely... We're going to have it pretty big, though, because it's got to be able to carry another ship. So I want it to be relatively big. 1, 2... And we'll use the 3 times things. 3... Go back a little bit more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. And that's going to be where the wheels are going to be. So we're going to get a wheel. Where's our wheels? Do we have wheels? No, we don't. Let's put it in number 3 because that's our throwaway slot. Wheel. Yeah, we're going to go for the 3 suspension. Even though it's not gigantic, I think it'll be fine. That's what we're going to want. We might upgrade. Well, it should be fine. The reason I say that is because we're on this this terrain, so there's no real terrain issue. Now I'm gonna flip it over so that the wheel's towards the bottom. We'll do that on this side as well. And I actually might add more wheels than just the just the 4, because I think it might need them. But for now, let me make sure I can get all this stuff in. So this is going to need a couple batteries. So we're gonna throw the batteries right here. I want to put them flat, right? Hang on, let me flip this again. There we go. Yeah, I want to put them flat like this, just so that it has a low profile, because I think that's important. Okay, we're gonna get some steel plates. Steel plates. We are out of steel plates. The nanites have been going crazy. Make sure we have production for steel plates going. I'm sure we do. Well, actually, we don't. Why do we not have auto production for steel plates going? I don't know, but I'm going to make some anyway. Unless something's just disconnected. Let me check on this. What do you say for steel plates? Oh, it's waiting in the queue. Well, it says we have 961 of them. What are you seeing? Are you seeing the stuff that's inside our nanite factory or something? And we don't have any in there. What are you seeing? Because look, unless it's malfunctioning, it could be malfunctioning, the script. But look, it says we've got like 900. No, it says we have 861 steel plates. But I don't know what it sees that we have that many, unless it's looking at something that's just not connected. Like perhaps these things have been grabbing some steel plates and they're not connected or something like that. I don't know. These things, yeah, they're not even connected at all. So actually, they're not even connected to the main base. So I don't know what it could be seeing, or where it could be seeing all of those steel plates. And maybe this grabbed the steel plates. Search for steel. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where it could be seeing those steel plates. Maybe it just didn't update. Still says we have 861. It's stuck on that number, 861. I bet you. What if they're in here? No, we don't have any in here as well. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know where all those steel plates that it thinks we have are. If you guys know, post in the comments and we'll see if we can find them. But yeah, I do not know. Right, well, we're doing this. Okay, so let's get a battery in the front as well. I think we might want to go for 4 batteries. Might as well, because why not? Why not? I'll move this one back one. There we go. So it's got a low profile. So what we're gonna have is we're gonna have the projector kind of up here, so that this is where it's gonna project, or we'll have the projector kind of up here. So it'll be able to like drive through with kind of like a bay as well, so it'll drop onto the thing when it's done. You'll see what I'm talking about, even though it's a little bit confusing maybe right now. But I think 4 batteries is going to be perfectly fine. We're going to need, I don't know if you need a gyroscope for these things. Do you? I guess we'll place a couple of them anyway. One on the left and one on the right maybe. What else might we need? We might need some, we probably won't need any thrusters to help out any, but this thing, it won't need anything. Well, it'll probably need some sort of connector or some sort of reactor maybe, unless we want to connect it to like a somewhere to recharge, which we certainly could. But for now, we'll just rely on the battery power, I suppose. We'll add something a little bit later once we want to do that. What else? Do we need anything else? What do rovers need? Let's go look at the Bubbymobile just to see what they need. We don't need any cargo on this one because it doesn't need to carry anything. This one has the reactor. We don't need a beacon. Well, we could have a beacon just for why not. But, oh, we're going to need a cockpit, right. So the cockpit, again, I want it to be kind of low profile to the ground just so that we don't, so it doesn't use up them. I mean, we can make it, that's not a bad idea, is just to make it remote controlled. Yeah, why not? Since we like remote control vehicles, we should just make it easy to control. So for remote control, we're going to need a couple of things. We're going to need an antenna. We're going to need let's just get rid of all this stuff. An antenna, we're going to need a remote control block. And we're going to need a camera. Do I want to... You know what? No, we're not going to make it remote control. The reason I say we're not going to make it remote control is because of the camera. Because we need to put a camera somewhere. And that would be kind of annoying. Like, we wouldn't be able to see how it's doing. We'd have to rely on that camera as our only source of knowledge as to how the thing's going. And we don't want to do that. So we're not going to use the camera. I just don't like that idea for remote control. Okay, let's bring this up a little bit, and we're going to place the platform. So up right here, and this is going to be the platform where it all happens. And for now, I think we're just going to do this until we can build out the other parts of it. But eventually what we'll do, and we'll do this as well. Oops. I guess why not? We'll weld all this stuff and then we'll continue with the platform. But what we need to do is we need to make it just kind of like a large platform. And what it's going to do is essentially towards the back, like right here, we're going to have a projector. And that's pretty good level right there. So the projector is going to be on the front right here. Projector. Yep, just like that. And then, yeah. Once it's done, it'll kind of be like it'll look like a scorpion kind of. So it'll be on the end right here, just floating right there. And then we could drop it. And in which case it would it would go on the bottom. It would go onto the platform that we're building right now. So yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty awesome thing. Let's go ahead and build it, and I'm going to probably cut right here so that I can go and work in peace. Be right back. Okay, so I just figured out that the script, the Izzy's thingamajig, had actually crashed somehow. So we had to basically go and rerun it for future reference. If that thing happens, or if that happens where the script doesn't seem to be working, it's probably crashed. So it's good that we know that now. You guys are all flying around. Did you guys ever build the stuff that goes down this way, I wonder? No, it doesn't look like you did. You might have built this down here. Oh, it's so dark down here. Ooh, did you guys actually build this? Oh, well played. You almost have it, actually. All you need is some construction components and stuff, and then that'll be built. So that does prove that they can reach that area, which is definitely good. Is it active, I wonder? You don't seem active. Actually, you don't even have the hammer. So you have that weird glitch again where the hammer doesn't exist. Let me check on these guys, see what they're up to. I don't know what exactly they're doing. Now, I've locked this, so unfortunately it seems like the nanites can't take anything out of it. So what I might have to do is I might have to set an ore extractor thing to extract all the ore from the nanites so that it can then be brought into the machines here. But yeah, it seems like when I lock this, Izzy's thing can't actually touch it, so it can't take materials out, which I guess makes sense. But what we're going to do then is we're going to, yeah, let's go ahead and do that early before we have to before we actually start having any problems. Real quick though, can you actually see some what's it called? Let me see what mining things you can see. Actually, I don't know where I see that. Maybe in the miner thing, ultrasonic thing. So you detected iron, that's it. I guess you haven't even started because maybe you're not built, or maybe you're just not working yet. So you haven't detected anything, which is okay. But yeah, okay, so I guess we'll wait for that to be done. Let's get this sorter thing set up really quickly. So I want to go down here. Where am I going? Where do I want to go? I think we have to go under the hood for this, so let's do that. Under the hood. Under the hood. Okay, we're going to set up one of these. This thing right here. The conveyor. And the conveyor is going to bring stuff not only that way, but it's also going to go this way. We're gonna get a sorter right here. So where's the sorter? Is it right here? Just a standard conveyor sorter. Going that way. Yep, that looks good. And we're gonna be bringing it to just a box. So I don't know if we have just a standard box, but we can put one right here anyway. So a container. Use a small one. Small's gonna be fine. So a small cargo container right here. Is it? Yeah, on all sides. Okay, awesome. And then finally, we're going to merge right back up with this. And I don't know if this is going to work. I don't think it's going to put it in an infinite loop. So, and hopefully it doesn't, because if it does, that's going to be annoying. But I think it's going to work fine, or it's going to work fine. So essentially what's happening here is we're going to, even though this nanite thing is locked, we're going to drag out the ores with a sorter into a cargo container, and then it's going to reconnect there. And since the nanites don't actually need the ores, it's not going to be brought into them. More than likely, the ores are going to come out into here, and then Izzy's thing is going to automatically grab from here and then sort it into the ore container, which is, it'll then be brought to the actual machines over there. So we're going to let the nanites fix this. We're under the base right now, so we're going to have to jump back up. Now, I don't know how the nanites are working. I mean, our power seems to be fine. We still have 10 uranium, so we're definitely going to need more. Hopefully we can get the nanites mining pretty soon. I want them to fix this. Well, they'll fix it eventually. Let's keep this, well, we'll close it up. Why not? But I haven't seen the nanites constructing recently, so are they actually constructing? No, they have 0 construction targets. And why is that? Probably because they have 0 construction materials. And I don't know if we have any construction materials available either. Are you still working? Izzy is still working. Do we have steel plates? We have a bunch of steel plates, so I don't know why the nanites aren't stealing those. There's probably a valid reason why they wouldn't be stealing them. In fact, I would bet you that Izzy's thing is stealing them first. Maybe. Let's check. Well, they're making them for me, but let's... Where's, what am I looking for? I'm looking for nanites. Yeah, so the nanite factory, are you full maybe? No, you're not full. Certainly not full. I can't even put stuff into it. Probably because it's blocked. Let me go and let me manually fix this. So construction components. Really? We don't have any construction components. Where's all of our... Easy. Easy, my friend. Have you been making construction components for us? No, we have 0. Well, that should be early in the priority, I would say. That's probably something very important for us to be building. Steel plates, maybe? Yeah, we have plenty of steel plates. But construction components we're lacking. So let's go into our assembler, and we're going to make ourselves a couple of construction components. Set that as high priority so that it makes a couple of them. Now we need some small steel tubes as well. Grab 100 of those. We need some motors. Grab 100 of those. We do need the construction components, and we should be able to go down and make those things now. Actually, I bet you we need a couple more construction components. Yep, there we go. That should be enough materials so that we can now go down and build this. So let's go. All right, first one is this. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, we need a couple more things for that apparently. And it looks like we need more construction components as well. Construction components, interior plates, computers, displays, metal grids. Okay, gotcha. Will Andrew remember all of this? Find out next time on... Just kidding. The episode's not over quite yet. Did he remember all of it? Let's see. Yes. 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 And no, not exactly. But it's still working, so that's definitely good. Okay. Finally, let's see if the nanites are actually dragging stuff into their inventory. And hopefully they are. They are not. Well, let's set up that sorter real quick since we have it. The conveyor sorter, we're going to run down over here. We're going to whitelist. What are we going to write? Ore. And then we want it to drag all. Drain all. So, oh, shoot. Hang on. It's going to drain everything from... Oh, no. Okay, we're going to have to... Yeah, we're going to have to fix this. Oh, no. Okay, stop. Sorter. Stop. No. Off. Okay, whew. The reason I want to turn that off right now, and we'll use our quick hatch for this one. The reason I want to turn that off is because it's going to create an infinite loop. We have it going to this cargo container, but then it's going to immediately drag it right back into the cargo container, and also it's going to drag all of our ores up there over this way into that cargo container as well. So what we need to do is we need to run over on this side, and right here we need to also create a sorter so that the nanites can only grab components, because that's all they're going to be needing anyway, right, is components. So we're going to go over here and do another sorter. The large one, not the small one. We're going to turn it around and build it. We need construction components, small steel tubes, and more construction components. And boom. Infinite loop should be averted. We should not have to deal with that anymore. So what's going to happen is all the ores are going to come out of here and go through that sorter to that one. And they won't be able to come back because the only thing that can come back this way are going to be components. So only components can get in there, or only ores can come out of there. That unfortunately means that we can't grab anything from the nanite factory once we have this all set up. But I think it's going to be okay, because they only pull the things that they absolutely need for their jobs. So we're gonna have ores coming out, components coming in, no infinite loop. Awesome. Let's go back upstairs and we'll set this up. So you are going to need this and this. And notice they did complete that last time, which is good because that means that they're actually working. So finally, let's run to here, sorter. First sorter is going to be nanite out, is what we're gonna call it. And the second one is going to be nanite in. So nanite out is going to be a whitelisted for only ores. It's going to be drain all and yes. Second one is going to be whitelisted for only components. And I think that's all they need. They don't need ingots or ammo. We'll give them ammo because in case they need it. But we're not going to set drain all. So they're only going to grab what they need. But it will not be draining everything because that would be bad. So I think that's going to be okay. Let's make sure the other one's on. I don't remember if we turned it on. Sorter nanite out is on and nanite in is on. Awesome. So that should be very helpful. So you guys should now have no ores. That's good. And you guys should now have a lot of ores. Yes, you have the iron. And it should actually be split amongst everything. And then finally, if we go into here and search for ores. Yep, it's empty. Okay, that's fine. That is okay. All right, so that should be working pretty well. We should have everything back on track. Our stuff should be being completed slowly but surely. So that's definitely good. That'll be done eventually, but we need to get our levels of steel plates back up. Meanwhile, let's see. Our solar output's been looking really weird. Our reactor output's been down quite a bit. I don't know if we're out or anything, but oh yeah, it looks like we are out of uranium at this point. And we can tell because the battery power has started to drop. Luckily, it's not dwindling quite yet, but it looks like we have probably, I'd say probably 15 minutes of time left until that starts to dwindle. Meanwhile, uranium is completely out, pretty much, relatively. And also, we are gaining our steel plates back. So that's good. The nanites should have completed a lot of this by now. As far as this thing goes, I think we're going to have to complete this next episode, even though we have a lot of the stuff already on us. We'll complete as much as we can, but I don't think we can complete a lot of the wheels and stuff quite yet without spending a lot more time on it. So I think, yeah, next episode we'll go ahead and complete all this stuff, and then we'll test it out as well, see if we can build ourselves another missile, which will then break apart and edit a little bit. But anyways, if you guys like this episode, please hit the like button, put your comments and your suggestions down below in the comments section. What do you think about this whole pit? What do you think we could add? I think, if anything, what we would add is stuff on the bottom and stuff on the top, but that kind of makes it a bit difficult for our rover to work. Now, the way we could have this work is if we bump these up one more. Well, it could even work like this, actually. Let's see. Yeah, it could work like this. I was going to say if we bump these up one more, so this would be the first level of stuff. We could have the wheels all the way out this far. So the wheels will be all the way out over here and all the way out over there. So it'd be a giant rover. And then we could have a pit in the middle as well, which would also weld, which that would not be a bad idea either, I think. So it's just another idea that we could do, and then we could also have stuff on the ceiling if we wanted to, just for that purpose. But anyways, like I said, if you guys like the video, hit the like button, put your comments and your suggestions down below in the comment section. I'll see you guys in the next episode of Space Engineers Let's Play.